Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah, so growing up, my dad would rent martial arts films. I'm not sure if he returned those films, but he would rent martial arts films from the video store. And, I grew up on Shaw Brothers, Golden Harvest, TVB series, Jackie, Jet, Donnie, Bruce Lee, Sammo Hung, Yun Bao, you name it. I grew up on Hong Kong films. Um, so we've always wanted to take martial arts class, but my parents didn't have the funds for it. So my brother and I, we would learn martial arts through watching the films, literally just like this. Like if this was the frame, Andy and I would be here doing the choreography. But I thought what was beautiful was not only did we learn the physical movements, but
Mhm.
the camera angles and the cut points, the editing, the feeling, and learning how to shoot direct action as well. It all came as a package. So I would
Mhm.
say the blend into doing martial arts films was a very seamless blend, and I believe it was all meant to happen. And as much as I would have loved a martial arts teacher in the past, I've learned to appreciate, and I'm so grateful for the journey as it is, and
Mm.
where I am today. Yeah. I mean, honestly, it was as simple as a message on Instagram, and I've never said yes to anything quicker. I've been a huge fan of Kenji-san for such a long time. Like, obviously, I'm a fan of the genre, and I've known, in 2012, 2013, when I was starting to get into working on films. When I was just trying to get my foot in the door, I actually sent Kenji a message on either Facebook Messenger or an email, and I
Mhm.
said, "Hey Kenji-san, I would love to work with you. I want to be part of your stunt team."
Mm.
Um, and that was in 2013. So having him just send me that message, I believe it feels like a full circle. And I've
Right.
never said yes to anything quicker. And I'm grateful. I'm so grateful. Yeah, totally. So, before shooting, there's the pre-production phase where Sonomura-san and the stunt team,
Mhm.
they would have rehearsals for the actors to come in and train. And I think what's beautiful is that every cast member on this film has such a strong martial arts background that I was able to learn so much from each and every individual, and they taught me so much. Um, But what I think is beautiful is that even though there's a choreography and the script, it's up to every artist to bring their truth onto the camera. So within the action, you kind of have to find your own style, kind of find your own voice. And same thing goes within acting as well. Bring your own truth onto the camera. Oh, I really appreciate that. No, I believe everyone in the film expressed themselves so well and really brought their character. But I do agree with you. I come from a world watching slapstick comedy, like, it's so expressive. So it's probably subconscious for me. I don't really think about it when
Mhm.
I'm doing the scenes. It probably just bleeds out just because of what I grew up on. And when I try to tap in to myself and source again, the the first thing I know is slapstick. So even if I'm going even for a more dramatic role, I
Mhm.
can, I can always trust that it's always a little more expressive. Yeah, definitely. So I would say it's definitely a style I wasn't used to. Again, growing up on slapstick comedy films and Hong Kong martial arts films from the 80s, 90s, um everything was shapes. Lines, this, everything was very kung fu shapes. Whereas for this film, everything was had a little more realism. At the same time, Sonomura-san was able to put his flair into it. to make it so flashy as well. So um, it was definitely a little more difficult for me in the beginning, but as soon as I started to work with the other cast, which they were so helpful, and with the team, I was able to adapt a little quicker, and I believe by the end there's a very nice balance of like dynamic between all the cast and the action. So I'm very grateful for everybody there that taught me because without them I wouldn't have been able to do it honestly, and I'm so grateful.
Well, they told me to wrap it up. I had a good time talking to you, Brian. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. That was great. It was great meeting you. Thank you so much.